Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be to you, my friends. Be in this world but not of this world. See, one thing we really have to understand is that most of who we really are is unseen. We are not just the body, we are not just the mind, we are not a person with desires and fears running around. That is a temporary play of forms. Who we really are is pure spirit. Identify with your soul. Identify with God. Identify with the light. Identify with what is eternal. That is who you really are. Even though it is unseen in this temporary life, worldly, earthly life. It's so easy to get caught up in the material world, but it's so dangerous to be obsessed with the worldly things, to be obsessed with the world. Don't run the race for material things. It's not for you. I'm not saying don't have any desires, don't have any dreams, don't achieve anything, don't acquire anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying focus on what is truly good for you and let go of that which does not serve you. One of the hardest things to do in this life is to tune out all the voices of the world and get in touch with your own voice, with the voice of God, that still small voice within you that is ever present throughout your entire life. Even when you feel all alone, you are not alone. Why should you listen to a world gone mad, a world gone insane? The society have taught you that doing this is right, is the right thing. Doing that is the wrong thing. Believe in this, believe in that, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. But look at where society is. And I'm not saying forget everything and just pursue anything that gives you pleasure. I'm not saying go into hedonism. I'm just saying take a step back and realize that you need to unlearn everything you've been taught and get in touch with the truth. Get in touch with what is truly right for you. Sometimes the voices of the world are very, very wrong. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what is true and right for you. Only you can know what is true and right for you. So tune out all the voices of the world. Don't become of this world. Become of the light. Yes, still live in this world. Still pursue your goals and achieve things and acquire things. But understand that it is not who you really are. What I mean to say is, it is not so significant, this temporary worldly life. And whatever we achieve and acquire and have. The ego would love for you to just be caught in the race for material things. In fact, it fights hard for you to be of this world, but you are not of this world. So be aware of this. Be aware how your ego wants you to be of this world so in such an intense way, because your ego depends on the existence of this world for it to survive. But who you really are doesn't. It doesn't depend on anything. It simply depends on God, the light of the Creator. So be aware of these things. And don't fall for the trap that when people tell you you're happy, have you seen the world? Have you seen what's happening? Don't you have any compassion? You shouldn't be happy. That's what they say. But the truth is, if we're not happy, then we're just adding to the suffering. Being depressed, defeated, down, sad, angry, hateful, resentful, or whatever form of negativity that is being of this world. Our job is to be in this world, but not of this world. When you decide that you will identify with the truth and let go of the world, let go of everything you think you want, and just be present, just be aware, you become a vessel of the light. You become filled with joy, peace, and love. That happens naturally and spontaneously. But if you're so caught up and obsessed with worldly things, you won't find true happiness. And what we really want is true happiness. But the ego would love to convince you, hey, your happiness comes when you get this thing. Your happiness comes when you get that person. Your happiness comes when you achieve that. When you have that. Your happiness comes when this person changes. When the world changes. Your happiness comes if you die. If you stop living in the world because this life is too hard. That's what your ego says. So I encourage you to be aware of the voice of the ego and how it speaks to you, how it fights for you to be of this world. And don't fall for it. You don't have to fight anything. You don't have to resist anything. All you have to do is be aware and be mindful and keep an open mind and an open heart. Like I said, I'm not against material things in the material world. This world is great, it can be great, but it's temporary. It's not, how can it give you an eternal being? How can it give you something so fulfilling and so something that will satisfy you so well? It can't. True fulfillment and satisfaction and happiness comes from within, comes from alignment with the divine. When we be in this world but not of this world. So don't fall for the trap and don't listen to the voices of the world. Why listen to a world gone mad? Have you seen the world lately? Have you seen how people live? How people treat each other? What people do to get things and acquire things and have things? You don't need to be a part of that. You can be in the world, but not of this world. That's my message for you today. I hope it just sheds a little light. Thank you for listening. If you'd like further help and guidance, I offer a consultation service. If you want to do a one-on-one coaching session with me, I'd love to help you out. Please get in contact with me. If you're interested, more information is in the description box below. And if you love to read, I have 2 amazing fiction books that are out, available on Amazon. Check them out. More information is in the description box below. Peace.